To this day, one of the best marketing campaigns in the United States is Got Milk. Got Milk, milk mustache on the face of the person. I've got a new one for salespeople. It's called Got Questions. And I think they should have a question mark emblazoned on their forehead so they remember every time they look in the mirror to ask questions. Questions are so important, yet so many people dominate conversations with talk versus facilitate them with fantastic questions that get buyers talking and talking themselves into buying. I've got a special report on questions, a growing list of highly provocative, best-of-breed sales yoga questions that at the end of this video you'll learn how to get. But let me give you 4 to get you started. 4 of my absolute favorites because of what they do and how they provoke a great conversation. The first one is, under what circumstances? This is when you're being told no. No, I don't need you. No, we don't have money. No, we're not interested. You can just turn around what they say. You can integrate what they say into an under what circumstances question and say, under what circumstances would you change providers if that's what they said was the issue? Under what circumstances would you hire an outside vendor if they said that wasn't going to be the case? Under what circumstances would it be worth spending this money if they said money was the issue? Under what circumstances invites them to tell the story of what those circumstances would look like. Because they say it, they believe it. Because you ask it, they believe you're the one to help. The second question is, what will happen if you don't? And there are variations of this one. So this is often used if you're going through the sales process and suddenly the customer puts the skids on and says, you know what, I think we're going to hold off for right now. You can actually get them thinking about the future consequences of holding off right now by asking, well, what will happen if we don't move forward? Or what will happen if we don't do this? Because see, here's what often happens. Buyers are thinking about the moment, committing now, spending money now, doing this now. They're not thinking about what will happen 6 months from now if we don't make this change. What will happen a year from now if we don't have this in place? And by asking that, you actually could free up this stuck point and get them moving ahead. Our third question is especially useful when it comes to money. When somebody's pushing back on money, you can actually ask them what will make it worth spending that money. So for example, if they tell you they can get what you're offering supposedly for somewhat cheaper elsewhere, let's say $5 less, you can actually ask what would make it worth paying $5 more. If there is something, they can tell you. You might learn about some value that you readily have available that you can offer that's no additional cost to you. So by asking this question, you're getting them to tell the details where you can solve this monetary problem without having to give away any of your money. So our fourth question is, how do you know that? And this one you have to use very carefully. You have to practice what I call low and slow that you can find in some other videos. You don't want it to be threatening. You use it when somebody's making some assumptions that are false, or they have ideas that are not accurate, or they clearly just have misinformation about what it is you do or offer. So if you just gently ask, how do you know that? Or where did you hear that? Or what information do you have on that? And you do it low and slow, starts to invite them to talk about where they got their information, and then you can deal with the realities based on what they say. So there you go. Those are the 4 best of breed. Yet there's a longer list of these. I've created a special report, and I invite you to sign up for it for free. Here's all you have to do. All you do is go to the Articles and Resource section of my website, wintripconsultinggroup.com. Go down to the Special Reports area under Articles and Resources and just fill out the form for this report. It's all about provocative questions, or you can get other reports as well because they're all free. I'll leave you with this question. How prepared are you to ask questions just as promptly and quickly as I did today? Well, you know what? When you get the report, you'll be much more prepared because you can actually take it with you anywhere you go.